Hello friends. Today we are going to talk about what is Rubber Duck Debugging. Firstly, I would like to say to you, it's a blog and if you would like to read it, I will share with you the link and you can easily read it. So, let's go. So, Rubber Duck Debugging. The term is mentioned in the book The Pragmatic Programmer by David Thoms and Andrew Hunt. So if you would like to dive into the term, you can read the book. Rubber duck debugging is a popular problem-solving technique that is widely used in programming. It is easy to use and effective technique to accomplish. For example, it is used to find unnoticed errors in code lines or to solve them when the desired output cannot be obtained. So we just try to talk what is rubber duck in short, but it's very important to understand how to implement it. Firstly, take a duck in front of you and tell your problem. Get a rubber duck or an object that you like in front of your desktop. Explain the problem you are facing against that object step by step. You can maybe start by focusing on what the output should give you and what the current output is. To understand better, maybe we can try to give an example. Like there is a developer. He or she tried to create a simple calculator program in Python, and he or she encounter a bug while trying to perform division operation. So what they will do? They will Let's say they will try to use rubber duck debugging method to identify and solve the issue. Firstly, they will try to explain the code. What's their aim, what's their purpose, and what they are creating. So they will talk like, I'm creating a basic calculator program, and the program supports addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I have implemented a function named calculate that takes two numbers and an operation as input, then performs the corresponding calculation. Firstly, as I said, they try to explain the code, and after they will try to identify the problem by step. What they are encountering, what's the problem? I'm encountering an error when trying to perform division operation. It seems there is an issue in the calculate function during division. So they found the problem, right? So they will focus on that problem, that function, and detailed examination is appeal. They will go through the calculate function step by step. While examining the division operation, they noticed that they forgot to handle the case where the second number, like the denominator, is 0. And they understand the reason why they came across with an error. After that, they will try to correct their error. So they realize that division by 0 is causing the error, so they will update the code to include a check for division by 0 before performing the operation. After making that correction, they test the calculator program again, specifically checking the division operation and ensure that the issue is resolved. So, to implement rubber duck debugging method, what they done? Firstly, they try to explain the code. For example, what's their aim or what's the expected output? They try to talk about it, right? And after they identify the problematic steps, they try to understand where is the problem, like in which steps or in which function they are facing with a problem. And after when they found the problem, they focus on that function and try to examine that function in a detail. And after they understand the problem and they correct the problem. So it was one of the simple example of rubber duck debugging implementation. But I would like to also talk about why it is effective. Sometimes when we are stuck on a problem for a long time, it can be hard to see the forest for the trees. The technique forces us to approach the problem from a different perspective by explaining the problem step by step to an object. Thus, we are essentially seeing the problem in a new light and thinking about it in a different way. For example, sometimes when we get help from our friends or someone with knowledge, we can say, "Oh, I understand," or "I found the error now." It's kind of aha moment in the middle of this conversation while describing the problem. This technique actually does that, like the aha moment. Also, we can use it in a daily life. For example, by applying this technique in exam studies, we can provide a better understanding of the subject and permanent learning. Additionally, explaining the problem loud can also help to clarify our thoughts and better organize our ideas. This can help us to focus on the key issues and come up with a more effective solution. Thank you for listening. I hope you got some new information or new ideas, and also I hope you can use this kind of information in your daily life. And also, there is something that you would like to add, you can write, you can share. I would like to read them. So, see you again.